Welcome back to Only Talk Sports, and today we got a video talking about will Kevin Durant be traded from the Brooklyn Nets. Subscribe to this channel if you like this kind of content and hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video. Today we have Kevin Durant. Will he get traded from the Brooklyn Nets? He wants to be traded. That's the only reason why that this stuff's even on the table is because Kevin Durant wants to get traded. But the question is will he get traded? The thing is that he would be a great help to any team. Teams would want Kevin Durant on their team. He's going to make you a better team off the bat. I mean, Brooklyn doesn't want to lose him because if they lose him, how good are they going to be anymore? They're going to not probably be very good at all, but he would help any team. The problem is that the reason why he hasn't been traded is because he's too expensive. His deal is like $40-something million a year. Who can afford that? The Celtics were a team that they said was in the running, potentially to get Kevin Durant, and they were gonna have to trade Jaylen Brown and other players on the team just to get him. Why would you do that when Jaylen Brown is 25 years old and Kevin Durant is in his 30s? I mean, he's 33 years old. He's still really good, but how many more years is he gonna be this good? Jaylen Brown's probably got at least 8 to 10 more years of being elite. He's not even in his prime yet. And Kevin Durant is just 33 years old, and he's costing the Nets a lot more than what Jaylen Brown is costing the Celtics. That is why the Celtics aren't going to take him. The Heat were another team mentioned, but the Heat, they were really good last year, and they're paying Jimmy Butler a lot of money. They got Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo. I mean, the thing is that all these teams that are being mentioned that Kevin Durant wants to go to are already good, and if they get Kevin Durant, they're going to have to trade a lot of their players away just to get him, and you're going to be left with more than likely a worse team. Another team that was mentioned is the Suns. You got Devin Booker and Chris Paul being paid a lot of money, and DeAndre Ayton, and I don't think they can get Kevin Durant either unless they trade one of those guys, and I don't think they're going to want to do that either. And the Raptors, I think, was another team mentioned. I don't think Kevin Durant's going to go to Canada. But the thing is that none of this matters. If Kevin Durant really wants to be traded, if he really wants to be traded, he probably will, but it's not going to be to a team that he wants to go to. So more than likely, he's probably just going to be stuck with the Brooklyn Nets, whether he likes it or not. I mean, he wants to trade. That's why all this stuff's going on. He's going to help any team that he's on because he's a great player. He's an all-star. He's one of the best players in the NBA. He's still one of the best players in the NBA. And like I said, he's a great player. He's going to help make any team better. I mean, could go to a team like the Spurs and make the Spurs a better team. But outside of teams like the Spurs, who can afford him? That is the negative. He cannot get traded to the Celtics or the Heat or the Suns or the Raptors unless they have to give away assets. And like I said, will the team be as good as they were prior to the trade? Because you're going to have to give away a lot of players, a lot of assets just to get Kevin Durant on your team because he's being paid so much. And the only reason why he wants to leave the Nets in the first place is because of the fact that James Harden's no longer there, and he's with the 76ers. And Kyrie Irving, he got that whole deal whether he can play all the time or not. And I mean, I know why he wants to leave. He wants to win something else. He wants to be on a really good team before he retires. And I understand that, but he, at his current state, is worth way too much, and no team can afford to take that money on. No team can afford to take that money on. And the thing is like I said, a lot of those teams would want Kevin Durant, but he's just worth too much, and they don't want to give away all their assets. And team chemistry matters too. And when you add a guy like Kevin Durant, who's a superstar player, you just say you added him again to the Celtics, and just say you did get rid of Jaylen Brown. Yeah, Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant would be able to play together. That's all fine and dandy. But Jason Tatum's a younger star. Kevin Durant's probably going to want the ball because he's the veteran. And, Tatum and Brown, they have this chemistry together that they've had for years because they're both around the same age. They both played together the whole time, and they have that chemistry. And nothing's going to break that chemistry, even though people have said they have dissent. I don't think they do, but I just don't think adding Kevin Durant to any of the teams that are being proposed is really going to be good. So in my opinion, I do not think Kevin Durant is going to get traded right now. I think that in the future, he's not going to be with the Nets. He's going to find a home, but it's not going to be this year. So I think this year, Kevin Durant will be on the Brooklyn Nets until some team finally takes assets away to get him. But until that happens, I think he's going to be with the Brooklyn Nets. I hope you liked this video. Comment down below if you think Kevin Durant's going to get traded, and where he's going to go if he does get traded. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Like I said, hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you have a good one.